My name is Mel. I have a child that is very special, and we use, in place of autism, we use in his own time and space. When I became a parent, I didn't realize the work that would come with that in terms of advocating. And I soon realized that I didn't know how to do that. And I ended up looking to the colonial systems to be able to try to advocate for my kids. And it wasn't a good fit. It really wasn't. It caused us a lot of harm. The way to understand my kiddo the best, all my kiddos and other people's kiddos and just other people and my place in the world, was through our cultural lens and our cultural identity. There were some really fundamental pieces that I picked up that came from our culture. That was the complete acceptance of a person, not about our productivity or what other people can benefit from us. It was just us. That was the moment when I realized autism, disabilities, we're each a gift that Creator has given to this world. That was a difficult journey because of all the trauma and that you're immersed in it and the pain. Your nerves are raw. So I was very reactive. I started off as being very reactive and no, don't do this, no, and very, very firm and very ready for a fight. It scared a lot of people. It was really scary for a lot of people and didn't get me where I wanted to go. And my kiddo was just even more not wanting to participate in a lot of the things that I was trying to do for them because, well, if it makes you have to be not who you really are, because they see me as I'm this gentle person. So if I have to be standing up and being what we call Ogitita is warrior. If I have to be a warrior, my kiddo says, I don't want to be in that space. If that's what makes you be a warrior, I want to be a space that makes you feel safe, and then I feel safe. So I was, how do I change the way I advocate so that they don't need to see a warrior in front of them. They need to see their loving parent. That the kindness that I have for them, they also saw me project when they needed firmness and kindness instead of a warrior. And that was a really challenging thing because Indigenous women and gender diverse people have been attacked. And in Manitoba in particular, the advocacy for MMIWG2S, it's really scary all the time. And so we start being less afraid of what hurt us, and we start taking what we need from it and letting go of what doesn't serve us. I think that everything we saw, and this is why when I changed to our beliefs and started really grounding myself in our belief system, was that every system I was interacting with, they maybe misunderstood my gentleness and my calmness and my kindness as weakness, and at first caused more harm, because then you have systems that don't believe that you're strong enough to lead in this world, because they see in a colonial world, well, if this person's kind and this person is gentle, they can be exploited. They're generally weak. Colonial systems see that as a weakness. And so they challenge whether or not you're fit to be this person's parent. And that was really, really hard to overcome. But I continued and just kept reassuring other people that this is the way I'm going to be, is no matter what you do to me, I am going to get back up and I'm still going to be kind. What I was given was the teachings behind the animals. Everything comes back to the animals and comes back to the land. So the teachings of the goose is that they have a V formation, and there's always someone in the lead and there's someone always behind. And when someone's in the lead, they come to the back to rest. And then there's another goose that comes to the front. So what I ended up doing was trying to find the rest of my flock, so that there's someone leading and there's someone in front of me. And they're kind of making room for me to come along behind them as I'm making room for someone that comes behind me. Find that space, because that's where you're going to grow, and that's where you don't have to have claws and you don't have to have talons, and that you can fly.